And as a matter of fact, I am a trained Catholic teacher. You know, in those days, the church trained their teachers. So my journey into being a Catholic teacher started as a legionary. When I was a legionary, most of my work is teaching the youth, teaching catechism. So it was that inspired me to get trained as a teacher. As I said earlier on, the church during the expatriate time, the priests, expatriates, they trained teachers to teach religions. So I was one of them that got trained as a Catholic teacher. So my catechism work is just an extension of the work I've been doing as a legionary and as a Catholic teacher.
The first memories at the Marian Shrine, Akure here, was such an interesting one that no one will want to miss it or to lose it. When the Salesians came and brought us together, I got interested in their programs. Though I've been Catholic and I've been attending Catholic churches, but that of the Salesian style gave a lot of meaning to life, especially the lives of the young people, which we are about, because it is what will give the parents peace that we have to go about. I will say I joined the oratory because wherever your treasure is, there your interest, your heart should be. I was frequent at the oratory, and children come there every day, but once in a while I also come. And then seeing what they do there and what they learn there, it also brought me up to be more and more interested in the faith, especially helping other people to come up, and especially the young ones.
The first memory is the time when I met with the Salesian family. So I so much loved it. The first person that I met, that I saw, was late Father Vincenzo Maroni, and some Salesian priests. Then for the parishioner, Mr. Ewebe, Catechist Ewebe. It has been in my blood. I came from a strong Catholic member. So since I was very young, I've been having it in mind that one day I will be a catechist in the church. And even my grandpa, who was the first Catholic chairman then, was praying to have catechists, was praying to have priests, was praying to have reverend sister. So unfortunately, it was me that took the something. So there is no way you will work with the Salesian, you will not be encouraged because of the charism of Don Bosco. So the way they are doing with the young people, the small children around, and everybody. So I was highly impressed. Actually, it was the idea of Father Vincenzo. He called us that we are going to meet at a seminary there. We don't even know initially that we are going for catechist training. But when we got there, the Bishop Emeritus, he was there. A lot of priests, they were there ready for us. And a lot of us from Mary Healthcare, and female, both three female, and plenty male. Like late Mr. Catechist Adeola, he was one of us. Yeah. So it was there that we got to know that yes, it has been done.
Oh, you see, it's like the work I was doing as a teacher, you see, embrace counseling the youth. So when I met the Salesian, I discovered that their own spirit and my own spirit of the church, you know, is on the same path. So it was that, you know, let me go along with these people when they raised the question of catechism, catechist was raised. So I readily make myself available.
Sincerely, I never thought of becoming catechist, but I thought of collaborating with the Salesians. Then they also needed us, the lay faithful, to come around to help the children, like giving them reading books on Don Bosco life, digest it, assimilate, and then translate to the children. I was involved in that, and also giving good night talks. So sometimes I have to hurry from wherever I am in the evening. If I've been giving a good night talk to present, I'll come to do it. I do it happily. Not until my parish priest then, late Father Vincenzo, called me and said, "Madam, you have been doing the work of a catechist. Why don't we formalize it? I've looked around, there have been no female catechists in this diocese, and I have gone to speak with the bishop, and he has given me go ahead if I can get women that are interested." When he told me, it was so interesting because I've never seen a woman catechist, and I also thought if I have the opportunity, I will also do my best to compete with the men. That was how I came in to be a catechist.
Father Vincenzo said, we want some people to be trained as a catechist. Since we are already doing this work, teaching, said, let it go a little further. So that was what Father Vincenzo said. So he wants it a little further. That what we are doing, especially those of us who are females teaching catechism, say we want it go further. Can you make yourself available? And we said, why not? On my own part, I said that this is what I'll be doing, so there's no problem.
Later, we were sent to Okitipupa Training Center to finish our course there. We almost finished our courses here before we moved to more than a year.
It was not me alone. Then we were 4, 1 dropped out, and we became 3. They were interested in us, and they started giving us orientation, giving us seminars, until they sent us to the training center at Okitipupa. And from there, they also brought the center off campus to Akure, very helpful.
You know, before you become a Catholic teacher, you've got to know the doctrine of the church. So it started with this, what I have been learning before, what I have known before, what I have been teaching before. You need God, you know the catechism of the church, you know the sacrament of the church, just the liturgy in general, all the teachings of the church, you have to know it. So we started, and then I'm grateful that Father Vincenzo brought in some priests to do this work, to get us trained.
But the normal steps that has been laid down there, because there were already men there. The school was already on, the school is old, the school is already on. And then we joined like new students joining new school. Time to rise in the morning, we do. Time to go for prayer or morning mass, we do. Time to go to class, we do. Time for breakfast, lunch, and all the rest, we do. And then, but we didn't stay long in Okupa. We were transferred to Akure. To continue so that we'll be able to also marry both the home and the catechist thing together. Take care of our children, especially our husbands.
I was so happy. To become a catechist in the diocese, because after the Okitipupa training, we automatically become diocesan catechist. Ordination of Father Matthew Adetiloye, James Ekanem, Anthony Uche, and John Bosco. So it was their ordination that we were. Yes. No, we did our own in the morning. Yes, before the ordination, in the same day.
It was a great day for me, because it was a graduation. It was like a graduation for us. It was our graduation. We went to school, we succeeded, and we graduated, and there was convocation ceremony. It was a lovely day, a lively day. We were vested, and people came around, parishioners came around, snapping pictures with us, snapping pictures with us to show that they really welcomed us. Well, their reactions was, I think some of them had mixed feelings. Some of them would have been thinking, women, is it meant for women? And even some ethnic group in Mary Hep then even said it is not meant for women. Someone even said it is good, but for me, I cannot allow my wife. Not everybody agrees with it, but later we start to agree that women can also be catechists. The challenge I even faced, me personally, the challenge I faced was coming from the one who's meant to be my mentor. The then male catechist didn't accept me, never accepted me. He never saw it as the right thing. He even went to confront the parish priest then. And then the parish priest also explained to him and made him to know that women are closer to the children than the men. And they are even the best when it comes to teaching catechism, transmitting the faith to the young ones.
Yes, there wasn't many. There are not many. But the only challenges is that it was a surprise to many people in the parish that women being a catechist is strange to many people. So they were just looking at us as if we are masquerader among the men. So,
well, I've told you I'll be teaching. Some of the priests you have today, God taught through me the catechism. So I will not say that personally I feel anything that is strange. But some people, they look at you as, are these women fathers? Especially those who are not, conversant with the teaching of the Catholic Church. They were mistaking us for priests until they were got the knowledge that no, these are the female catechists. And the other challenges I face is that, in our society, people out of ignorance, they envy a lot. You see, out of ignorance. Instead of them to help you, they were got distracted. I don't know whether it is out of envy or out of personal aggrandizement. Well, all those things, they were no problem to me at all, because I am a focused person. When I know where I am going, I don't bother whatever you say. See? The memory that stands most of all is that when I remember that these priests are part of my life, I am very, very happy that these people are able to embrace God through me. They got more knowledge through me about the priesthood. I think there was a day somebody visited one of them and said that, I'm going to visit Mrs. Oloba. Say, you are going to visit Mrs. Oloba? Oh, this is the teacher that inspired me to be a catechist, to be a priest. He said, one day, we are going to sing. I remember, mommy was just going after me. Where is Hassan? Where is Hassan? See? So, all these memories. And when I meet them, and there is one of them, Father Deboyejo, I insisted that you are going to be the chapel prefect in the college. Today, that memory is still in his head.
It all depends on interest. Because I am interested in my home, and I am also interested in this new environment of the Catechist, it was never a problem for me to marry both together and come out with good results. My children were doing well. My husband never complained of me. He works where he goes to work very early. Before going to morning mass, I already prepared the family meal, at least to a level that some of the children will balance it up and share the food. Whoever wants to eat before going out to school, and then my husband's food will be ready and he will take it along going to work. He resumes work very early. He doesn't eat in the house, but I make him take his food along. So it was nothing too serious for me to be catechist and mother and wife at the same time. Like I was sharing with Father Oguni recently, I can remember cases, not just one, of couples about having problem in their marriages and then taking it up as catechists. Whenever I see that there's a marriage that is not being balanced by the couple, whatever I can do to help them, I do. And thank God, most of them balance up and come back to live peacefully, and I think that is an impact. And also in the life of the children, the catechumens, not just children, but some adults also come for catechism. not just impacting the knowledge alone, not just building the faith alone, but also building the moral and the cultural life of such people.
There are many. I'll first of all talk about the youth. Apart from being a catechist, I love the youth. I remember the time we rode bicycle to Idanre. Yes, I'm one of the people that rode it. It came to say that I couldn't make it, but I thank God that Falusi, yeah, he was my partner. So if I want to relax, he will come and stay with me until I'm very okay. Then we move. Later, until we came to our church here. Since then, they have been calling him Oko Idonre. So they want to call me now. Your husband is from Idonre. You are the wife of Oko Idonre.
Initially, those of us women catechists, we came together and we said we were going to follow them in the car to assist them, taking care of them. But unfortunately, one of us that has the car has an urgent call to duty. She was the nurse attached to the governor's wife then, and the governor was going on tour, and she's in the entourage, and we couldn't make it. And then I said, already I have told you that as soon as we leave the compound, I'm going to come out of the car. I want to trek with them. And so at the beginning, it was like a challenge, like me, an old person, challenging Adayeba. You can see it's like David and Goliath, but to God be the glory. When we started, it became so interesting to me because we started with prayer. We started praying the rosary. We prayed the rosary. We had time to clap, to sing, to jump. We had time to share with our partners. And the partner I took, because we were a few adults there. There was late Professor Fashakin, Reverend Sister Agatha Ogunkorode, and myself. And so we had young partners, and the partner I took then, until today, he is my friend, and thank God, he still remain our parishioner. He got married in this parish, and she's in this parish. The partner I took then is my friend. We became friends, and today he's still my friend. And I had an encounter with Mother Mary. Then something serious was about to happen in my family then. And it came to my mind that I should pray over it. And I did. And God manifested himself.
The next generation, the way they see catechists, let them not see it as a job to advertise themselves. Let them see it as a vocation and a calling, like our Mother Mary, to spread the gospel. Our Mother Mary was the first gospel. As soon as the Annunciation takes place, Mary went to visit Elizabeth to spread the good news. So let our young people see catechism as an apostle spreading the good news of Christ.
Women are meant to be the best in that ministry because they are very closer to the children and the young. Me personally, I will advise the women to please join the catechist page. And the young people, especially young women, to see the catechetical mission not as a temporary service, but as a lifelong mission. The young people, especially women, should be invited to Catechist seminar that can also encourage them to accept the vocation.
It's a big challenge for us catechists, especially now that we are aging. We have been trying to bring in young women, but we have not really succeeded. Some of them will tell us, can't put on this dress, what you are putting on. I cannot put on this clothes. Some will tell me, you will dress up beautifully from home. Sometimes when I see you, I feel like, this mommy, you are very sweet. All of a sudden, I will see you change, put on cassock, put on suffulus, and then you look older. That's not an issue. And even we tried to let some of them know that if you don't want to be in the uniform, it doesn't stop you from being catechist. Because the primary work of the catechist is to teach catechism, to catechise the people, especially the children that are coming into the faith, or whoever is coming from other faiths to the Catholic faith. But it's like they don't have the time. They will tell you the time is not on their side, and we are still trying our best, and we are still trying. And what we want to do now is not just the women alone. We want to work on the young men, on the young men. Since then, I have not been able to get other young women, but we are still trying. Even this new parish priest, Father Obuniyi, is on our neck that we should look for young people. And even I intend to call you to call Adaiba, Beatrice, come and help us. But on a serious note, we are working on it, and very soon we will get new faces of young people into the catechist fold in our parish.
My advice to young girls is not the way they see catechists alone, but the way they see the church, the way they embrace the church. It must change. They must know that, this world and the next world, they are two that cannot, be friends of one another. They must know that this world is not forever. We are here. We have a goal. What is our goal here on earth? Is to know God, to love God, and serve God. If they can know this, then no problem. They'll be able to embrace whatever life, either marital life, either religious life, whatever, or ordained ministers of Christ. They will see it as a joyful thing that will empower them to serve God the more, not to serve themselves.